Welcome to another Comet review. Feel free to subscribe, follow, and like to hear more from us. Thank you for your patronage, and thank you for listening. Today we will review The Dragging Sound, or Hikizuru Oto by Harada. The Dragging Sound is a 2015 manga by Harada, part of the doujinshi circles Paraiso and Hua, who was introduced to BL manga in middle school and made his first doujinshi in 2011. You better be ready to lay awake at night pondering why you subject yourself to such things. But don't worry too much. This one shot is only 43 pages. A little comedy binging and you should survive. After all, even if this psychological thriller has the typical art style and theme of unhealthy relationships that Harada is known for, this is not like his prior work, Nichan. Published by Citron Comics, The Dragging Sound is a story about exactly that, a dragging sound. To be specific, the sound of a limp leg dragging two men into a toxic relationship. The story centers around Sunishiro, the owner of said leg, and whose name has the character Run in it, because Harada is a riot. In a bid to get a rise out of Yuma, his partner, or object of obsession as I prefer to call it, Shun goes out with acquaintances. Not seeing any calls from Shun to signal Yuma that his classes have finished and to take him home worries Yuma. He does the logical thing. Has a fit, tracks Shun down, finds him, has another fit. Harada then goes on to explain the trauma that made them the way they are. Though we do get a pretty rational explanation for all the crazy in the story, it does seem very one-sided. Shun monologues like a pro, but seeing him manipulate everyone around him leaves me no confidence in his rendering of the facts. A hell of an unreliable narrator, if I have ever seen one. Despite Shun's incredibility, I find the piece rather honest. As many of Harada's works, this manga owns its twistedness. There will be no pretending that constant supervision, pressure in the bedroom, or emotional manipulation are anything but. The way the theme of harmful relationship is portrayed is also intriguing. You might not notice it upon the first reading, but if you go back a second time, a new meaning to the very shading of the background gives a new sense to many scenes. As Shun rationalizes Yuma's fixation in his partner, his wrecked leg bleeds onto the ground and into the background of the panel below. This trauma that they are surviving, becomes a backdrop in many of the scenes, a constant reminder of what happened, how Yuma failed Shun, and why he must now make amends to his own detriment. As if Harada couldn't trust us to realize this, she made Shun's, or more specifically, his leg's shadow, pitch black, as if to say, even if you cannot hear this dragging sound, you will see its dark trail. Equally pivotal to the story are Yuma's and Shun's facial expressions. Where Shun is usually impassive and Yuma generally content, these are masks that fall at the apex of emotion to reveal their twisted true natures. If you have encountered either Harada manga or doujinshi, this isn't new to you. Neither will knowing who is the most damaged between the two. The hair color is a dead giveaway. The story is also easy to follow, whether it is in terms of paneling, text length and text bubbles, or plot, even with the lack of chronological order. It is a pity then to see that the story was not developed as thoroughly as it could have. Now, I understand that this is but a one-shot, but I think the premise of this manga is interesting enough to have its own volume. I would have loved to see where the relationship goes because something has to break in this already broken relationship. Either Shun's secrets won't remain as such, or Yuma's unconditional love will be tested and come out wanting, or something. It is simply an unsustainable relationship. Even their families remain in the far background when they both experience a huge impact in their lives. since Yuma appears to work with his mother and Shun's mother was last seen alive. This makes the dragging sound but a snapshot in their lives. On the developmental side, there is little fault that I would find in the dragging sound. It's an interesting though short read. This is sure to appeal to those who like dark romances or psychological horrors. Oddly enough, there was no comedy in this manga, so if you thought you might get a few laughs from Harada's own brand of dirty yet dark humor, pocket your money and keep walking. This was the Comet Review. Thank you for listening.